everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Jared Goff's Rams.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff to Watkins for a Rams 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 47 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. James has it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Michael Brockers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man right side is Cup, complete. A gain of 32 that time. From the red zone now, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald. with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, L.A. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what could still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. After the interception, here's Gall. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 77 yards, and the Rams add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Austin. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Value three. 2 for 66.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Bryant has it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. So, sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They run with the former Michigan man. This is Fitzgerald Toussaint. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything. 2
running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Goff now to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Eluding the pressure right. And he rips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again is gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 36. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Gone. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Goff on first down. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
2nd and 10. Goff again. The swing pass caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got some space here. Martavis Bryant past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 99 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. It's a nice little juke. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. On second down, Roethlisberger. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Connor Barwin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken at the 37. And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the 45. And the Rams getting set to go now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. That goes for a gain of 31. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the red zone now, Goff. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that field. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And an alley to run.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
In motion goes the tight end. Goff going to throw it. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a give to Bell running left. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 59 yards. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.